Hello everybody and welcome to Uproot Reddit. Here's a thought-provoking question for today. Is it really worth it to stir up trouble at a restaurant, which just reopened, during this global pandemic? One entitled mom thinks so, even if it's for her little angels. Reddit user DogeBTO69 shares their entitled mom experience from Hong Kong. In today's Reddit post, entitled mother yells at restaurant employee because she can't eat with her family of 5, then tries to kick me out. Yeesh, talk about drama. Anyways, let's dive in. I witnessed my second wild Karen encounter today. In Hong Kong right now, the virus isn't that bad, so we can still go out, but wearing a mask is strongly encouraged. Some places require it. So today, my friends and I decided to go eat ramen at a restaurant in the city. Just me, my friend, and another friend. Restaurants close down seats for social distancing, so there are less seats available. Now, this ramen restaurant is not very big, so there are only a few seats available. So, here's the cast of characters. EM equals entitled mother, OP equals me, F equals friend, W equals waiter, and M equals manager. So, we're just minding our own business when this group of 6 walks into the restaurant. Now, depending on where you live, not sure what the social distancing practices are as far as groups are concerned, but this number 6 is going to be very important for the story, and here's why. There are only a few seats available, so the waiter informs them that they have to wait for the tables to clear up before they can be seated because seats are closed for social distancing. There you have it, that's why. But does entitled mom get to have a say in all of this? What do you mean I have to wait? Because of COVID-19, we closed seats for social distancing. Oh, okay. Why don't you seat us there? She says, pointing to a table with a sign clearly stating, closed for social distancing. Well, as I said, they're closed, but oh, it's fine. Just seat us there. We don't have the virus. I'm sorry, I can't do that. I'm sorry. I'm not asking you to seat us there. I'm telling you to. So please, do so now. If you wait 20, come on, my angels are starving. She says this as she points to her family consisted of toddlers whining about having to eat ramen. For all we know, they could want McDonald's. We can seat some of you over at the bar if you guys don't need to eat as a group. Without even thanking him, she marches her family over to the bar and rips off the signs to make space for her kids. What? That's kind of overdramatic. I'm sorry, I can't have you do that. I can do whatever I want. I am the customer. I'm sorry, but if you can't respect our rules, you must leave. Let me talk to your manager. The waiter scoffs and goes to get the manager, who is one of the chefs. What seems to be the problem? Your rude waiter refused to let me sit at a table, so I had to sit here. I'm sorry, but you can't sit here. There are signs stating that these seats your kids are sitting on are closed for social distancing. I don't care. I want to eat with my family. They are starving. Ma'am, I understand, but if you can't respect these rules, I'm gonna have to call the police. No! I am a loyal customer and have been for a month, and I deserve better service. If you wait, we can seat you over there. He gestures to our table. Okay, how long is the wait? 20 minutes. Entitled mom gasps, then walks over to us. You guys gotta go. What? You heard me. Leave. You and your friends need to leave because you guys have been here too long. We're not done yet. Don't talk back to your elders. Ma'am, if you don't leave now, I'm gonna call the police for harassing my customers. Realizing now that she can get in really big trouble, she and her entitled family leave. I ended up getting the meal on the house, but still. Ugh, some people can still be entitled during an epidemic. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. And here are some edits worth considering. Quote, I thought I should add due to social distancing in Hong Kong, public gatherings of more than 4 people are banned, so this Karen would not even be allowed to sit here with her big family. Also, thanks for all these upvotes. Since many have asked, I think the Karen was mainland Chinese and she speaks Cantonese. I can tell by her accent. The dad was an expat, so I don't know. The dad had no idea what they were saying and just nodded. This entire conversation was translated into English, so I did my best, but it's not perfect. Sometimes I had a hard time understanding her because of her heavy mainland Chinese accent. Yeah, the ramen was amazing. She wasn't wearing a mask, which is not illegal but highly recommended. Surprised to see so many fellow Hong Kongers. Thanks for the platinum. Made my day. Ah, the old famous, "Where's the manager?" line. And in Chinese, no less. Just goes to show you that no matter where you are in the world, there's always an entitled Karen. Well, so much for setting a good example in front of your 5 starving kids, entitled mom. Speaking of setting a good example and entitled parents, which is a weird combination if you think about it, how about we look at one Reddit post by Reddit user DreamArch, who experienced a plethora of entitled parents letting their kids mess up a pumpkin display in today's post. Why would you put them outside if they weren't for us to take? This is a story from a couple of months ago, and sadly, instead of one entitled parent, it involves many entitled parents. Oh boy, as if one wasn't enough to give you a splitting headache. Every year, my family volunteers at a big fall fair with rides, games, crafts, and a lot of locally grown food. This year, some of the local farmers donated a bunch of pumpkins to the fair so they could create this beautiful pumpkin display. Less than an hour after the fair opened for the day, and the pumpkin display is a mess. Many parents, the poor lost souls, had mistaken the pumpkin display for a playground. They stood to the side and chatted as though they were at the park while their children made a mess of the display. Climbing the pumpkins, throwing the pumpkins, kicking the pumpkins, smashing the pumpkins. The list is endless. We quickly evacuated the families. This caused the children to complain, which resulted in their parents giving us stink eye for ruining their day. We tried to reassemble the display as much as we could and put up a sign right in front of it that said to not touch the pumpkins. Not long later, we returned to the display only to find that the sign has been uprooted and tossed to the side, and the display was destroyed again. There were broken pumpkins everywhere. There were also families who decided to go pumpkin picking with their children in the display, happily choosing out their favorite pumpkins and carrying them off. We tried to stop the parents, told them the pumpkins weren't for taking home. Many of the parents would claim, "But my son really likes this pumpkin," and "Why would you put them outside if they weren't for us to take?" We explained to the parents that there were many stalls at the fair where farmers were selling some pumpkins, but the replies were mostly people complaining about how they would have to pay for those pumpkins. There was even one lady who just looked at us and kept walking as we tried to stop her. Once again, we cleared out the people and this time shut down the display. The display of roughly 30 pumpkins had been reduced to 6 that were still intact. All before noon. Last time I checked, taking any form of display is considered stealing. So, entitled parents, you're teaching your kids that it is okay to both steal and vandalize a pumpkin display. Well done, entitled parents, mission accomplished. Well, that's all for today. We'll be back for more terrible parent stories right here on Uproot Reddit. Stay safe and continue practicing social distancing.